Hi, Pastor Rick here. Today, what I want to do is I want to show you how to install our church's app. It's just a very important tool to have on your phone, not only to keep informed on the news and the things that are happening at our church, but also to help you to stay connected to one another throughout the week and also even to minister to one another as well. And so let me walk you through the steps to know exactly how to download, install, and get the app up and running. The first thing that you need to do is open a web browser. In this case, I'm going to use Firefox, and go to our church's website, which is KOTP.org. And once you get to our church's website, in the upper right-hand corner above the word planes, you'll see three lines above the S. And just click on those three lines, and that opens a menu that you'll see on the left-hand side. And about halfway down, you'll see Church App. And you click on that option for Church App. And then there's two options. You can either click on the Android app download if you have an Android phone, or if you have an iPhone, you can click on the iOS app download. In my case, I have an Android phone, so I will select the Android app download. As you can see, the name of the app that we want to download is called WP Church, and that stands for WordPress Church. Now, I do know this, that if you go actually to the iPhone website, or the store, it actually is entitled Our Church. And I don't know why the discrepancy between the two names, but it's the same app. It's done by Andy Moyle. And so whichever one it is, just go ahead and install that app, and then let me show you how to log into it. I might mention to you that once you've installed the app, even if you've installed it from the Android store, the icon will be entitled Our Church. I'm guessing that maybe Andy had WP Church as the original name, and he's probably changed it to Our Church, but maybe he hasn't updated everything. But you'll find it under the title of Our Church. So you'll see I have the icon there on my screen, and all you have to do is to touch that, and then it'll open up where you can choose the church that you want to log into. And of course, this case, you want to find Kirk of the Plains. So all you have to do is type in the word Kirk, K-I-R-K, and it will find Kirk of the Plains. So just select the bubble to the left of the name Kirk of the Plains, and here you are. You're at our app. Now, if you once again look at the three lines in the upper left-hand corner, that's a menu, and you click on that and it drops down, you'll see a number of options of things that you can select from. You can see the weekly schedule of events, and you can see that this week we have the worship service on Sunday, and then on Monday we have our women's book group. And they even have plus signs out to the side. So if you wanted to add that to your calendar, you could just click on that and that would add it to your calendar. But if you go back to the menu list and drop down again, you'll see that you can listen to sermons. Whenever we post something to our Facebook page, we also send it out through the news and announcements. And so let me just click on that to show you what that might look like. So blessed, we'll just click on that, and then it just sort of gives you the announcement that we had there on that website. So there's just a number of options that you'll see, but the bulk of the things that you will use on this app to really be able to stay connected to one another and to minister to one another as the body is found under your account. You have to log into the app. Everybody can view these options. They can give through the app or things like that, but they can't really utilize the directory or the prayer chain or things that are of a more sensitive nature. And so what you want to do is go down to the bottom of the menu, and just third from the bottom, you see an option called My Account Info and Login. And so if you click on that option, you'll see a place where you can type in your username and your password. Now, if you were logged into the app Then if you clicked on that option, you actually would see your personal information. You would see your address, you would see your phone number, and then that way you will know that you're logged in. But this case, we see the username and password, which means we're not logged in. So let me go ahead and log in to my account, and I'll be right back. Okay, once you put your username and your password and you click on the option of login, then it will take you to your address. Now, since I'm the pastor of the church, then the address that it shows is the church's address, along with people in our household. If this were your family, you would not only see your address, but then if you have children or a spouse or something, you would see them listed under the people in your household. And you'll notice out to the side, you have little pencils, which is the edit function. So if you ever changed your address and you moved somewhere, or you had another baby, you wanted to add someone to your household, you could use that pencil, click on that, and you could edit that information. That way you don't have to contact the church office and say, hey, my address has changed, could you change it? You could just go ahead and do that yourself. So that's just one of the features of the app. But anyway, if we go back to the menu function, then you'll notice that now there are other things that you see. In addition to the weekly schedule of events and sermons and lessons, you now have a church directory where you can click on that and you'll see the different people in our church and contact information on how to get a hold of them. You have a schedule of those serving, and that has you can click on that and it will show you all the different people that have responsibilities on this particular Sunday. And as a matter of fact, you can they actually have an option under that called My Rota. It actually means my schedule. It's just the developer is from London, so they use the word rota. But you can click on that and it will show everything that you have committed to in terms of serving in the church for the next, I think, 2 or 3 months. And so you can see, am I supposed to unlock the church? Am I not? Am I supposed to teach Sunday school? Am I supposed to be a greeter? You can just sort of see who's supposed to do what on a particular Sunday, or you could look and see all the different things that you have to do as well. Then also, you'll see that there's an option for a prayer chain. And if I click on that, then you'll see here that here's our partners in prayer for January 17th. And you click on the link under that, and it will open up a PDF file in a web browser, which you can see all the different things that we're supposed to pray for, as well as all the announcements that are in the bulletin for January 17th. So if you're someone who is watching via the live stream for whatever reason, and you're not there at church, you can still read the announcements, and you still also have the people that we can pray for. So that's just a great option. So you can just flip back to go back to the welcome screen, go back to the menu. I want to show you one more thing if I could. On the very, it's not the very bottom. My face is actually covering up the last option. But there's towards the bottom, there's this option called Select Different Church. Okay, if you click on that, that actually will log you out of your account, and you'll have to log back in the next time you open the app. But as long as you do not select that option of Select Different Church, if you just instead at this point in time close out of the app and get out of it, then the next time you open the app, you stay logged in. So you don't have to log in every time. And that gives you just quick access to all these different features. So it's very simple to do. If for some reason, every person, let me just say this, every person in our church who is a member or a regular attender has an account for the church app. And so if you do not know that information, then please contact me, and I'll be more than happy to get that information to you. If you already know what that information is, then you can go ahead and log into the app and begin using it. But there's all kinds of different ways that you can use the app. Like I said, you know how to pray for one another. If you want to text someone and let them know that you prayed for them, or you want to get in touch with somebody, you'll have access to their phone numbers, their emails. If you're supposed to go over to somebody's house for dinner, you can look up their address. There's just all kinds of different ways that you can utilize the app. You can also do online giving through the app as well. So there's just a multitude of functions. Andy, the developer, is continuing to develop this more and more and more over time. And so it's just becoming more robust and more usable. So I encourage you to check back often and to use it often, in order to, like I said, stay connected with one another and to minister to one another as well. So if you have any questions about this, please feel free to contact me. Thank you very much.